Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. In this one we're going to be talking about what went wrong against Plymouth. Also we're going to be previewing the up and coming game, Sunderland versus Huddersfield at the Stadium of Light. Quarter had kicked off this one. I might not be able to make it. Might do a stream. I didn't know. It's looking like I'll not be able to get there. Right, the Borussia Dortmund top. The kid who won it hasn't claimed it, so it rolls on. If you comment on this video, your score prediction, get it right. Also with the Millwall one, you're going in the hat, simple as that. I want to get rid of these two tops so I can give away the Sunderland shirt. So comment below your score prediction. But before we get on to the rest of the video though, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. It really does mean a lot. Right now, the Plymouth game. My God, how frustrating was that to watch though? I think, I've said this on the stream, even if we were playing now, we wouldn't have scored in that game. Plymouth done a job, they deserved the victory, credit to them. They've done exactly what Swansea done and Cardiff done, and now I think teams are starting to suss us out. If they come with a game plan of sitting in and isolate Clark, we struggle. We really do struggle. Going forward, we're playing some really good football, exciting football, we dominate teams. We had 23 shots, yes, 5 were on target, and we didn't score. Plymouth, 2 shots on target, 2 goals, clinical. For their goal, absolute worldly of a strike by Whittaker. There's nought we could have done about that. Nought at all. Patterson, no blame whatsoever for any of the goals in my eyes. Then you've got their goal. Where was Hume? Really, Hume's been one of our best players all season. But for their goal, he was gone. He was missing. Then 09, really, you didn't let him come inside. Do not let him get on his right foot and try and come inside, see him out. And, you know, he didn't. He had an alright game 09, but what let him down when we were 2-0 down, he slapped the player, and it was basically a brush. But you know, and everybody knows, if you lift your hands to a player, they're going to go down like a little fanny, and they'll get you sent off. So, you know, he's our captain, he shouldn't be digging that. And silly things like that, it does wind a lot of supporters up the wrong way. Sunderland supporters, basically, especially when you're losing the game. If we're winning, even if we were drawing, fair enough, people will let that one slide, but not when we're losing the game, man. Right, Dan Neil, I thought he had a bright 20 minutes, but then our midfield just seemed to disappear for the majority of the game. They were non-existent. I thought Ekwa, since he's come back from his injury, just doesn't look like the same player. I'm not going to lie, he just doesn't look like the same player. Rooson, Tony Mowbray took Rooson off, and he said that Rooson missed a few chances. That's why he took him off. Now, for me personally, who else are going to put on? He did go with me, and he did look all right. He's very energetic, powerful. But I like Rooson. I think he will score goals eventually if we play to his strengths. You've got to think when our wingers get the ball, they tend to just try and make things happen themselves. I'm not saying they're greedy, but like they'll have a shot, they'll try and score a goal. They'll, you know, cut inside. Where we didn't play to the striker's strength. We never did. Amiga looked very promising in pre-season when we played to his strength. I know it was against South Shields, but he scored a really good goal. He scored a goal, a header as well in the Cup at the Stadium of Light. He scored his first goal at the Stadium of Light. And then ever since then, he's been tending, I don't know if it's instruction, dropping deep. We're playing it along the floor. Instead of just whipping the ball in the air, I know Tony Mowbray says a hell of a lot of me and more than what any of Sunderland supporter does. And he's saying that, you know, his discipline's not up there. We're after to gone right into detail about what he's doing wrong in games and show him drone footage, etc., etc. But in pre-season, he looked all right. I just think he's shot of confidence, me. I think the game against Ipswich, he flung in at the deep end. Bearing in mind, he's very young. First English football minutes he's had. Playing in the under-19s or what is it, under-18s or something in Benfica's B team. You know, you've just got to give him a bit of time, and I think he will come good. But have we got time now? No, we need strikers to score. For me, we've got to play to the strengths, like I keep saying. If Hume can overlap on Roberts and whip one of them beautiful balls in, I think we will get there eventually. I just feel as if we haven't got a plan B. Like, I know possession-based football, some really good football, and I absolutely love it. That's what you pay your money for. You pay your money to go and watch stuff like that, but also you want to win games. And if it means 1-0 and sit in and defend all game and we'll come away with the 3 points, I'll take that any day of the week. But at the minute, if teams are sitting in, which I think Huddersfield will do because they're struggling near down the bottom of the table, 21st, I think they were going to do the same. And if they counter us and score, they'll just sit in even deeper. So we'll really have to be aware of that and try and come up with a different game plan. And that brings us on to the lineup, right? I would go on 2 up top, simple as that. Morrison for me. And I would probably go with Mienda or Hamia. I'm to and fro, but I would probably pick Mienda. Listen, his physicality, his pace, he's always going to be a threat and cause the backline trouble. And him and Morrison working together, you know, they look isolated at times, our strikers. Stick somebody alongside them, and I think they'll thrive off that and they'll work well together. Hamia, if you're going to bring him in with Morrison, then play to his strengths, put it in the air. The lad have held it up, he'll flick it on, and he can win that header from set pieces. So for me, I would definitely go on 2 up top. At the back, obviously, Patterson in goal. He couldn't do that with them last 2 goals for me. He'll always start. Then I would have Hume. Silt comes in with him or Nectar or Luke 09. I know he's our captain and that. And I know for a fact Mowbray will not change 09. He likes him. He likes the way he plays. And he didn't have the worst of games. It wasn't his worst game. But his stupidity when we were 2-0 down, raising his hands to a player. Any other ref could have sent him off for that. And I just think, oh, mate. And I like height. No nonsense, traditional centre-half, height, and I know for a fact Nectar Triantis can play it out the back as well. Alongside, obviously, Ballard, he had a really good chance against Plymouth, and Huggins on the left. Maybe either or Huggins, because Huggins plays better when he's on the right, and I know Hume can play on the left as well, so either side for me. And then in the midfield, Neil, Job, and then Aushish comes in. I thought that was one of the only positives out of that Plymouth game was Aushish. You know, it was like a breath of fresh air. Very direct. He wanted to get involved. And that's exactly the type of player we need. And I would play him in the midfield as well. And also in the starting 11 will be Mienda, Clark and Rosen. That's what I've gone for. I think it's time we did change things up. Freshen things up for this Huddersfield game. We've got to put teams to bed. And I believe 2 up top would do the job. I know Mowbray is an old-fashioned type of manager. He likes to stick to his guns, and this is his formation, and he'll stick with it and make it work, which I'm not... It's coming to a point now where we didn't want to start drifting down to the bottom half of the table. We are currently, I think, 9th, and we want to get that top 6 back. So we've got to be beating Huddersfield at home. If you want to make the top 6, if you've got any ambition of getting promoted, you've got to be beating Huddersfield at home. I'll get on to Huddersfield now. They have only won 1 game out of 11. I know they've got a new manager in Darren Moore, but the season before, Neil Warnock, got them to safety and they finished 18th. Now, the season before that, though, they finished 3rd. If you're a Huddersfield supporter, can you let us know now in the comments, how have you dropped off this bad? You're now, like I say, 21st in the league. You have conceded the 3rd most in the league. There's only Norwich and Rotherham ahead of them for goals conceded. 29 goals, which is, that's probably where they are. Obviously, the defence isn't as strong. Right, players who I think there was a threat. I did, in my match preview for Plymouth, right, and it's sort of putting us off digging it now. In my match preview for Plymouth, I predicted the 2 players that were a threat for us, for Plymouth, scored. I said, Whittaker, we've got to keep an eye out, and also Aziz, and the both scored. I forgot to mention, and all briefly, Kundal, he got man of the match, but he should have been sent off. He had a dirty tackle, and he should have been down to 10 men. Right, the threats for them is Mikel, God, probably might butcher this, Heley, he's got 4 goals for them up to now this season. Jack Redoni, he's got 3 goals up to now, but he has been injured for quite a while now. A canny few games he's been out injured. We've got Thomas, who's got 1 goal, and Delano, who's got 2 goals. Listen, they're struggling to score goals. Like I says, Heley is the only one who's got 4 goals. The rest of them are struggling. So they're struggling for goals. They're conceding. You know, we should be beating these. My score prediction is I'm going to go for Sunderland 4, Huddersfield 1. Comment below your score prediction. Get involved with the competition. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video.